Hi, Derek Sadie here with the platform team at Blackboard. Just want to show you the new Cengage integration that's native into Partner Cloud. It leverages LTI version 1.3 and will work in your Ultra Experience courses. So I'm on a server where this has already been set up, but the administration configuration component's pretty easy. Go to the admin panel, go to Partner Cloud settings, and initially when you come in here, this will say off or be kind of empty, and you'll need to go over here to Cengage and hit settings. And then on the settings page, you really only have to do one thing. It'll be register with tool provider. I have already registered this environment, but when you click register with tool provider, it'll walk you through a process, and this is for the admin to complete. It only takes a few minutes. Once that's updated and you configure the settings on this page, the tool will be ready for use. It will also place in an LTI integration automatically. I'll show you that in just a second, but also this integration is only available on SaaS 3700.5 or higher and or version 9.1 Q4 2019. So what it will also do once you configure this, if we go back to the admin panel, once you're done with the configuration, you'll see here that Cengage will add itself in as an LTI 1.3 tool. And on this server, I've got original courses as well as Ultra-based courses, and you could actually use this integration in either. There is a migration path if you want to end up deprecating the building block completely, but that'll be for a separate video. Once the Partner Cloud configuration steps are done, the tool is then available for use by the instructor. Okay, now that the Cengage integration has been set up on the Partner Cloud side, let's go into an Ultra course and take a look at the instructor experience. So I'm going to enter this course I've already set up, and I want to initiate the process of pairing this course using the new integration. So under here in our course content, I've got a few things in this learning module. Maybe I want to add a resource right here, so I'll click the plus, and I'm going to use the Content Market tool. Once I go over to Content Market, you're going to see Cengage here kind of new under Content Provider, and that's there because it's been now set up and configured to use on this system. So I'll click this, and this will be the kind of first-time instructor workflow. So if you already have an account, you're going to log in with your instructor credentials, or you can create a new account. I'm going to use my existing account. And then once I get redirected, I can see the titles that I have access to. So I can click the title that I have access to. It'll take me into that title, and then I can walk through this process. So this is the first time that I'm using this, so I am going to create a new course since I've not done this before. So now that I've filled in the details, I'm going to create the new course. So what will happen is this course will end up being created on the Cengage side and then be paired to my Blackboard course. So I'm going to synchronize my individual scores, and I should be returned back to my course. And now I have the ability to create links to the content. So in this case here, it's having me create a link directly to the entire course as itself. I can also decide to link to individual items. So I'm going to actually cancel this, and I'm going to repeat this process to show what it looks like to link to individual items. So I'm going to go back through here, and I'm going to go back into my module, and I'll click the plus again, only because this I don't want to link to the entire course necessarily. I'd like to link down to an individual item. So I'm going to go to my Content Market again. I'll choose the Cengage tool, and now I get the ability to add multiple items. So I can decide here, maybe I want to do this chapter video, and I can choose to add that to the course. And if there are gradable items, I can choose to add in assignments. For example, this chapter 1 assignment here has a gradebook option. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I want to add that to the grade. And then I'm going to confirm. And it tells me here that I'm going to get 2 links in my course content area, and one of those links will end up being a grade center item because it's a gradable item. So I'll hit save. And those 2 items should now be added side by side underneath the area in the course that I added them. So I get a confirmation page. The assignment here is 42 points. I'll hit submit, and I should now have those content pieces. So if I expand out this learning module, I now have these 2 new items, and then I'm going to go ahead and make them visible to my students. This one here is a video clip. The other one is the assignment. And what will also now happen, because I've deployed this one item that is gradable, if I go look at the grade center for this course, I now have this chapter 1 assignment, the World of Innovative Management, that was added automatically because it was integrated with a gradable item. So from the instructor experience, there's a one-time course pairing, and from that point forward, you never need to complete the pairing again. Anytime that you go to the Content Market again in that course, you'll be able to then choose one or more items. So again, if I were to come in here, say in my Chapter 2 area, and I want to add an item in, I can go back to Content Market, and I can either click my Cengage tool up here or the Cengage option down below. I click this, and I'm going to see those same options again. I'll have a full list of all the deployable objects that are living in the course, and I can go ahead and maybe do one more. So I'll pull in maybe a Chapter 2 video. This is Elements of a Culture. Again, I will confirm. It's going to take me to a confirmation page once more on the Blackboard side to make sure this is what I want, and that's what I'd like. So I'll hit Submit, and then that's going to get added right in the area that I added it, and then I'll just go ahead and make it visible to students. Now that we've walked through the admin experience and the instructor experience of pairing the course and then placing links to Cengage content within the course, let's go take a look at the student experience. So I'm on this same Learn environment, and I'm in this same course, but this time as a student. So I'll log in as a student, and this will be that first time experience. So when the student expands out the learning module, there's a multitude of items in here. These bottom 2 items are actually items I added as an instructor, or that my instructor added. And these top 2 items here are items that were integrated in from the Cengage integration. So when a student clicks these for the first time, they will have an initial experience as well to log in with their Cengage credentials and then be redirected to the Cengage content. So let's take a look at what happens when I click on one of these assets. So the student will be redirected. They can sign in with their credentials. So I'll log in with my student credentials. And at this point, I can walk through the initial first-time user experience as a student. So I'll accept the agreement, and then it takes me directly to my course. So I kind of get a little preview here, and I'll skip the tour, but here I am taking the video, and notice I am now on the Cengage site watching this video. Let's take a look at that process again. So the very first time I click it as a student, I will be prompted to log in with my Cengage credentials. If I don't have them, I can create an account and then log in. But subsequent times, when a student clicks the link from the course, for example, I'll click that Chapter 1 link again, it will take me directly to the asset. Since I've already done the single sign-on and my registration is complete, I'm taken directly to the asset, and then it just is ready to be used. Same thing is going to happen with the quiz. So if I were to go back to the course and click this, the assignment, if I click the assignment, I can launch the assignment. That's going to take me again to the Cengage site, and this time I have an activity to actually complete. So I'm going to go through here. It takes me into the quiz, and then I can take the quiz from here. So if I go ahead and take one of these, I just want to get a score on this. So I'm just going to exit out. Once my score is complete, that score will then make it back into the Blackboard Grade Center.